your CRM is the most powerful tool at the disposal of any recruiter. It enables you to access a pool of engaged candidates that aren't necessarily on a job board or accessible to others. However, the effectiveness of your CRM is tied to the quality and completeness of the data you feed it. To maximise its potential, it's crucial to adhere to some basic principles of data management, consistently inputting detailed information and actively working to close any data gaps. This approach should be applied across all forms of sources, whether from LinkedIn, email, CVs or job boards. By feeding your CRM with rich data from every available channel, you'll ensure that it functions at its full capability, delivering better outcomes. Additionally, it'll allow you to maximise every candidate acquired, giving them the best chance of being matched to a relevant job. This strategy will ensure that you have a talent pipeline that is ready to place when jobs become available. With an enriched and engaged database, your recruitment operations will be more agile, have immediate access to better qualified candidates, and ultimately drive higher revenue. So let's explore what you need in your database to make the most of the search and match functionality. In Firefish, there are different criteria that you can use to run a search, these being exact keyword search, search candidate CV, search candidate profile, and search action notes. These are the four main areas where the data you input will impact your searching. If candidates have missing data in their records, then they cannot be shown in the search for those terms, and you will miss potential candidates already in your database. At the next level, you can refine your search further to search more specifically by candidate preferences, salary rate, availability, and profile. Again, this advanced layer of filtering relies on having a complete candidate record or CV search. If the information doesn't exist, it can't be found. So how can you ensure that your searches are able to pick up every candidate when they match a role? Having complete and up-to-date candidate CV is the best way to work with Firefish, because once you upload it to the system, the CV formatter will parse the CV. Once the CV is parsed, a critical step is for the recruiter to ensure that the candidate profile is up to date with all the relevant information filled out and action notes from calls added. The CV will give you a lot of information on a candidate to understand their background and skill set, but recruiters can collect a lot more of important information that will impact your searches from calls, meetings that won't be in the CV. By updating records like the LinkedIn profile, general interest, additional skills and salary expectations, you can quickly enrich the record and improve the relevancy of your searches, enabling you to drill down deeper and find the perfect candidates quicker. With data enrichment, you're not only able to make more placements from existing candidates, but also make a higher margin in general. A rich database means quicker placements, fewer failed placements, happier clients, and the ability to handle a higher volume of roles because you're spending less time searching and more time building relationships. Now that your system is full of enriched data, you will be able to benefit from a full value of search functions and use talent pools and potential matches to be more efficient. There are different ways you can search within your system. We're going to start with a generic Boolean search. If you want to be specific, you can set your search to focus within the CV only, or widen your search by adding candidate profile, notes, etc. You can then further refine your results by filtering by preferences, salary, rate, availability, etc. One of the most useful things you can do from a search is perform bulk actions, such as saving a search for later or creating a dynamic talent pool. Talent pools are a live list of candidates that match specific criteria such as industry, skill, location, etc. that automatically updates in real time when a new candidate hits the system. Creating a new talent pool is done by hitting save in your search results, or building a new talent pool from scratch. This works off the same search, the same way that we covered in section 1, so filtering the same criteria, making it specific depending on what your needs are. Talent pools can be made private, shared with your team, or shared with everyone in your agency. You can see new, active, and no longer matched candidates, and this is the beauty of the talent pool, as these are live and will continue to add or remove candidates based on the latest criteria, which is why it's so important to be continually enriching your database. You now have options on what you can do with these candidates. Clicking Add adds them to your active candidates list. Remove them from talent pools or hide for 6 months. A great option if you think they aren't suitable now but will be in the future. Best working practices for your talent pool is to work through your active list and then move anyone from new into the active list or remove them completely. Keeping your data clean, as we know the risks of a database full of dead data. You can also add people in manually, and you can also bulk action from a talent pool. You can always use the amend button and change your talent pool criteria at any time. Another great feature is potential matches on a job. Potential matches help you cut right to the best candidates without wasting a second. As soon as you create a job, Firefish will list top matches from your database under the potential matches. Again, shining a light on the need for continual profile enrichment. The potential matches list on a job record is generated based on how closely preferences match the preferences and keywords entered on the summary of your job. Another example of how having the best candidate data will help you get better results and matches to your job. The ranking column shows you how closely a candidate has matched the keywords of the job relative to other potential matches on the list. This is in real time like talent pools, so any new candidates will clearly show next to their names. Potential matches work differently on a candidate record. The Potential Matches tab will allow you to see contacts with hiring preferences that match the candidate's primary discipline or role, location and specialism. From here, you can email or send the candidate CV to the contacts returned in the list. The power of your CRM lies in the quality of the data housed in it. A CRM filled with enriched data allows recruiters to maximise its search and match functionalities, significantly reducing admin and increasing placements. By maintaining accurate, up-to-date candidate profiles, parsing detailed CVs, and regularly updating action notes, you ensure that every search returns the most relevant results, saving time and effort. Features like talent pools and potential matches thrive on enriched data, providing real-time, powerful candidate lists that can be easily actioned upon. Ultimately, the better the data health, the more effective your CRM and the bigger your return. Firefish, putting data at the heart of your recruitment agency.